Hey everybody, me again. And what are we going to talk about this time? Simple. And I'm going to say this, and it needs to be said, but it definitely needs to be said online. Definitely needs to be said online. What is that? Creeps. Creeps, creeps, and creeps. And it's about creeps in media as well as creeps in real life. Let's get started. Anyways, when it comes to creeps in media, everyone, how they're portrayed is very accurate because creeps in media, all they do is creep on females as well as the young ones. And you know what happens to them? They get in trouble, put in handcuffs, and they get whisked off to prison. Why? Because they know creeps don't get anywhere. Because they always lose, everybody. Because creeps always lose. And I know this because creeps, everybody, they don't get anywhere. They never will. They never do get anywhere, and they never will get anywhere. They never will get anywhere, everyone. Because creeps, I don't want that. Anyways, an example for creeps in the media is basically a loner who can't control his or her urges. They try to get online, they try to get their info online. A creep gets a creep online, not online, but a creep in media is a loner who can't control his or her urges, so they try to get their info online, rather be at whitepages.com or some other data brokerage site. And all those creeps, all they simply had to do is just pay a fee, and that's how the info, and that's how the info, and then when they all they simply have to do is just simply pay, and that's how the info gets spread around. And then they show up at the person's house, if not there to commit a crime. Yeah, I know. They show up at the person's house to commit the crime. And I know it's scary how these data brokerage sites can give people's personal info. That's why everybody, we need to make data brokerage sites illegal, giving people's private info. That's why we need to make websites like these data brokerage websites illegal. And I know stalkers, they can be really scary, everyone. Stalkers can be really, really, really scary. Creeps in real life, how they go about it is they see a charismatic person online who they don't know, who they don't even know that they are a minor. They find that person's info, they show up at the person's house, then the cops get called on them and they get escorted out, get thrown in the county jail, then they get released. And now, what happens to that person is they're now called a PDF online. Let's make some music, everybody. And that is how you do it, everyone. And I'm going to say this, and it's got to be said. If you're a fan of any children's show when you're like 30 or 40 years old, just stop what you're doing, everyone. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop what you're doing. Just stop. What you're doing, you're not a kid anymore. That's why it needs to be said. I know I pissed off a few people by saying that, but it's got to be said. You're not a kid anymore. You're an adult. You're like 30 or 40 years old. Stop what you're doing. You're not a kid anymore. Stop playing video games, stop playing children's games, and stop watching children's shows. You're an adult. What you should be doing is creating media, not consuming it. Don't be part of any fandoms, everyone. Why? Because there's a lot of toxic fans out there. It's better to create your own cartoons and music rather than just consuming them. I'm just saying, everybody. It's better to create your own stuff rather than I'm just saying, everybody, it's better to create your own cartoons than consuming them, everyone. I'm just saying, everybody. It's better to create your own cartoons than consuming them, because you got to start producing stuff of your own, everyone. You got to start producing stuff of your own. Now, this is good. Watch me make music, everybody. That is how you do it, everyone. If you don't snap out of your childish phase, life is going to hit you like a ton of bricks, everyone. What you should be doing as an adult is creating your own franchise, your own music, and your own characters. Let's just say if you come from a family that isn't well off financially, you're going to be working at a job you hate for the rest of your life if you don't have a plan. Come up with a plan on your financial independence, or otherwise, life is going to eat you for lunch. I'm just saying, everybody. All those people who consume media consumers, those people who just brainlessly and recklessly just consume media, they know their life isn't going well, because they know I can literally smell the copium behind their own being terminally online, or just being addicted to whatever franchise they are. And we know how crazy obsessive fans can be, everybody, including my own fan base, which I know for a fact, because when my cartoons get big, I know for a fact there's going to be a lot of those crazy fan people. But hey, as long as I'm making the cartoon, it's not like, it's not like the fans are going to try to, it's not like my fan base is going to become toxic. But then again, majority of fan bases do end up becoming toxic. Whether it be Steven Universe fans, the Sonic fan base, or any other fan base that's out there. Believe me, everybody, there's a lot of toxic fans out there, and I'm aware of that. That's why, everybody, even though I'm trying to create my own franchise and my own stuff, it's better than being a media consumer. It's better than being a consumer and just consuming media that does not know that's doing irreparable damage to your mental health, which distorts your reality. That's why, everyone, it's better to create your own media rather than just consume media. Don't be a consumer and start producing. That's why, everyone, start creating your own. Start creating your own media, your own stuff, because it's better to do that than to just rely on someone else's work and just consume that. The only people that would get offended by this whole commentary that I'm making right now are people who basically don't know, are people who don't create, who aren't creative. And it's good to watch them cope and seethe. And let's just say those types of people, everyone, it's just fun to watch those types of people cope and seethe because they know they can't comprehend how much I'm creating. And that's pretty much all I have to say. If you like this video, everyone, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, fight this degenerate agenda.